Hey y'all, it's your girl Tashondarenae and I'm back with another video. In today's video, I'm showing you how to make a whipping cream pound cake. So if you would like to see how I do it, please stay tuned. Okay, y'all, so this pound cake is really easy to make. You're going to start with 3 sticks of room temperature butter. Now, the recipe does call for unsalted butter, but I am using 3 sticks of salted butter. So I'm just going to eliminate the salt from the recipe. So the first thing you're going to do is add your 3 sticks of butter to your mixing bowl, along with 3 cups of granulated sugar. Allow the sugar and butter to mix anywhere from 8 to 10 minutes. What you want is for your mixture to become a very light, pale color, and the mixture will become fluffier the longer it mixes, but you don't want to mix it too long, so no longer than about 10 minutes. If you don't allow your butter and sugar to mix long enough, this will totally ruin your pound cake. The butter and sugar has to be creamed together just perfectly. If not, you'll end up with a really dense batter and your cake is going to be heavier than it actually needs to be. So this is what you're looking for. This is how you're going to know when your butter and sugar is creamed together perfectly. As you can see, the color is very pale. It's almost white. It does still have a tint to it, of course, because the butter is yellow, but it's almost a white color. And that's how you're going to know when you're ready to start adding your eggs. You should no longer be able to feel or hear any sugar crystals at the bottom of the bowl. So once you've creamed the butter and sugar together, you're going to go ahead and add your eggs. You're going to add 6 eggs, one at a time. You're going to add each egg after the other one has disappeared into the batter. Now, if more than one egg drops in at the same time, that's fine. Just allow it to mix a little longer. Next, you're going to start on the flavoring. So I'm adding about 1/4 teaspoon of pure almond extract. Next, you're going to add about 2 teaspoons of this bakery emulsion. This is the butter vanilla. Now, if you do not have this, you can substitute it for just regular vanilla extract. Now you're going to alternate adding 3 cups of flour and 1 cup of whipping cream. You definitely want to start with your dry ingredients first. So you're going to add about 1 cup of flour and you're going to mix that. And then you're going to add some of your whipping cream. So you always want to start with your dry ingredients as well as finish with the dry ingredients. As for the flour, I did use all-purpose flour. So I sifted the flour and the baking soda in together, and I did sift it twice. If you don't want to have to sift your flour, you can use 3 cups of cake flour instead of the all-purpose flour. As always, check out the description box if you're interested in the measurements and all the ingredients that I use. I always list it down in the description box. Another thing, be sure to scrape down the sides of the bowl periodically throughout the mixing process. You want to be sure that you're incorporating all the ingredients together really well. Once you've added all of your flour and whipping cream, your batter should be really fluffy like this. You're going to go ahead and add it to your cake pan. I'm using an Angel Food cake pan. You can use the cake pan of your choice, a bundt pan, or one of these is fine. I did spray it with some Baker's Joy. You can use any non-stick baking spray. You want to smooth out the top of the cake batter, and you can tap it on your countertop to get rid of some of the air bubbles. You want to bake your cake in a 325-degree preheated oven, and you're going to bake your cake for at least 1 hour and 10 minutes. Your cake may get done quicker than that, or you may even have to bake your cake a little longer. Each oven varies. Now, you could be done with your cake now. It actually is so good that it does not need any frosting or any glaze. But I do want to make a butter vanilla glaze to go on top of mine, so that's what I'm going to do. The glaze is very simple. I'm just going to mix 1 cup of powdered sugar with about a teaspoon of the butter vanilla bakery emulsion with about 2 tablespoons of whipping cream. If you want a thicker glaze, you can use less whipping cream. If you want a thinner glaze, you can use more whipping cream. And so now you're just gonna either pour it over top of the cake, or you can spread it on the cake depending on how thick it is. Now mine was a little thick, so I just went ahead and spread it across the cake, then made a thinner glaze and just poured that on top of it. So that is the whole recipe for this whipping cream pound cake, and it's absolutely delicious. The texture turns out just right. The cake is tender and it's not too dense. The flavor is amazing. Also, this is a very simple pound cake for beginners to start with. I definitely hope you'll give this recipe a try. I am positive you're going to enjoy it. This is an excellent choice of a pound cake for Thanksgiving or any holiday, really. It's a great cake to bake ahead. You can actually make this cake up to 1 to 2 days ahead of time, and this cake actually gets better the longer it sits. It's actually perfect on day 2 and day 3. So for instance, if you were making this cake for Thanksgiving, you can actually make this cake on Monday or Tuesday, and you just want to wrap it really well with aluminum foil and just set it aside, and this cake is going to be amazing on Thursday. If you decide to try it out, be sure to leave me a comment and let me know that you've tried it and how you enjoyed it. Be sure to check out the description box for a list of all the measurements and ingredients of everything I used. If you have not already done so, please go ahead and subscribe to my channel. I would love to have you be a part of my YouTube family. Thank you so much for watching and have a great day.